Friends of Karen is a unique organization that provides emotional and financial support for families that are devastated by having a child with a life-threatening illness.
When these families call us, they are traumatized. They're traumatized by the inability to make their child well and the scary future that they have before them, emotionally and financially.
We help families in very practical ways by paying financial bills that keeps the family together so that they can spend their time taking care of their child.
We listen, we know the right things to say to them to make them more comfortable and feel safe that they can express their feelings and their sadness and their anger.
Oh wow, Friends of Karen. Naomi was diagnosed with ALL. We were in a situation that we didn't have money for the insurance, we didn't have money for the rent. We felt like our world was coming, to an end because it was very difficult to deal with my daughter being sick and not knowing what was going to happen in the future, and seeing her sick and suffering. It was just really difficult, and Beth, she was there for us.
My name is Priscilla. I actually, in 1993, was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease. Spent a lot of time in the hospital, so my mother was forced to leave work, and unfortunately, my parents were struggling financially. So a friend of ours from Westchester Medical, which is where I went for my treatments, had told us about Friends of Karen. So my mom called, and I call them like my angels. About 10 years ago, I would say, I started contacting the social workers and asking if they had any other children who were around my age when I was diagnosed and who just needed someone to talk to.
Priscilla was a young girl that was a Friends of Karen family, and she does volunteer work for us. She's a Friends of Karen family that likes to give back.
It's really exciting, and it makes me feel better that I'm able to give back and help out others who are living my same experience.
She's just been tremendous for Friends of Karen.
We have a staff of 18, full-time and part-time, mainly social workers who work with the families. We work with about 500 children, and if you add siblings, maybe 700 or 800 siblings of those children every year.
When a child is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness, the whole family is diagnosed. I believe that the thing that we do best here is support these families emotionally. We find it the most rewarding when we can help a family find peace in walking that journey with their child in their death. And it's the saddest, but it can be the most rewarding.
I think what impresses me the most is the amount of community goodwill. You have to remember that Friends of Karen operates almost entirely on donations and on volunteers and on the goodwill of the community.
There's so many pieces to the puzzle here that make everything work. Every dollar that comes in here is so valuable. I see the faces that it helps, and I see the relief that it gives to these families. It's just, we couldn't do it without it.
We got a box of school supplies yesterday in the mail, and it's from one of Beth's families. I just want to read you what she wrote to Beth. Beth, I could never repay you for the difference in my life you and your organization has made. You have taken pressure off my husband with paying bills. You sent me a book and my son a book and pajamas when my dad passed away. All you could do to give me more time to focus on what is really important, James.
What Friends of Karen is doing is so incredible and is so important, and it's what we need. And I went through it myself, so I know that without them, I probably would not be here right now.
Thank God there's people like them still around the world that is helping other people without even seeing who it is they're helping. They're just doing it for the well-being of our daughter.
I think what makes Friends of Karen so special is every person's deep commitment to the mission. Every single person here, whether it's a staff member, a volunteer, a donor, a Friends of Karen family, a former family, are so committed to ensuring that families have what they need to get through this catastrophic situation.
It's just a special place. I feel honored and privileged to work here. It's a special, special place. There's so many dedicated people that care so much about these children and their families. and I can't ever see myself leaving here.